Guys, welcome back to the Pitch Perfect podcast. I'm here with the typical show hosts,
Yes,
Soumil
sir.
and Youssef. I've been a ghost lately, but it's good to be back. I hope to be back and not a ghost anymore.
More often.
But you know,
Yeah, we've all been ghosts. I've been slacking, but anyway, let's get straight into it. Mehdi, with your transition, just let's start talking about the Premier League.
wordy word. What you want to talk about?
Big game. This one, first of all.
Okay, big game.
Newcastle were the ones who defeated Arsenal, and we defeated City 5-1. So this weird triangle going on over here.
Yeah.
Manchester City beats Newcastle 4-0. A Marmoush hat trick. We saw this. Sorry if you couldn't hear the mic, but we saw Marmoush the day of the recording. Actually, when we were recording the last episode with Michael, who was here last time, we saw City absolutely demolish Newcastle United, and it was a Marmoush hat trick, as well as a assist from Holland, and then a McAtee cameo where he scored a goal as well. What are your thoughts on Marmoush? I want to know.
Well, so I didn't watch this game, but I watched obviously other games, and um, I recently watched highlights from the Man City Real Madrid game today, and Marmoush, he's good. There was his shot accuracy is phenomenal. I haven't seen in terms of dribbling, um, but he's a beautiful playmaker.
Yeah, I just want to make a comment. Seeing the Newcastle game, watching it, Newcastle against Manchester City, and then watching Real Madrid versus Manchester City. Where did that confidence go?
Where did it go? I'm sorry, we're gonna get on a little bit of a sidetrack, but I really want to uh, portray my passionate disappointment in terms of that game. That was a pitiful and pathetic performance from Manchester City. It was as if I was watching the YMCA League join the Premier League.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, but that was pathetic from a top tier team.
Yeah.
That was just Real Madrid. Just every time I would watch the highlights and I'd skip through because I'd be like, all right, this is Real Madrid, Real Madrid, Real Madrid. Every freaking time I would skip through, it'll always be Real Madrid. And I wondered when the hell Manchester City got the ball. And it seemed a lot less like 38%. Like, well, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, they played very, 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 very well against Newcastle. It wasn't really Newcastle's day, but you can't take that away from Manchester City beating them 4-0, especially because of how far Newcastle are up in the table. And to fall like that to Real Madrid on aggregates being 6-2, 6-3, is just it's absolutely wild. If you look at this, they could only score. Nico Gonzalez scores at 90+2 after Mbappe hat trick. But Manchester City, man, you guys gotta get your stuff together.
If you saw, I don't know, I presume you guys watched the highlights, but if you saw the highlights for the viewers, every time Real Madrid got the ball, one, yes, maybe Real Madrid is good at creating space, but Manchester City is very good at letting them make space. Like, that was ridiculous.
Yeah, I will say, if we look at the lineup for that game for Manchester City versus Real Madrid, Vinicius had some trouble.
Yeah. Yep.
Lately, I'm gonna say that lately Vinicius has had some trouble on that left side. Um, I don't exactly know what's happening right now, but Vinicius is just not creating as much. And I'd love to after this, watch. After this, my prediction is over the weekend, Vinicius scores a hat trick or something. After we say something whack on this show. But Vinicius lately has not been performing um, to the standards of what last season was.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and Mbappe is going crazy right now. He took some time to settle into the team. This absolutely hurts me to say that you guys are still second. We're better than you. You guys had to play in a playoff round, and that shouldn't be taken away from it, even though it was Manchester City. But Manchester City just scraped through by beating Club Brugge. Like what, 2-1 or something like that?
Yeah.
3-1.
Yeah.
It was a close game, and we'll get to Club Brugge in a minute, but they beat Atalanta.
And
Um,
before we move on, I would like to sort of take a hot take on Pep Guardiola. I understand that he's, phenomenal manager. But if if you're gonna be and I understand that every empire falls. I understand that.
Ten Hag was right.
But
the,
um
the bald managers.
the way Manchester City was just not there that this game, and the way they've just fallen, like their entire team, their entire games, all of their games, they've just either lost or gotten it close for
Yeah.
no reason. Um, and you wonder how top sort of tier um, the coach is if his team is folding the way Manchester City. I mean, you just question the aptitude of the coach.
I question the same thing, especially after a 4-0 win against
Yeah,
Newcastle. The same Newcastle that beat Arsenal
Arsenal.
2-0, 4-0 on two legs, and that Arsenal who beat City or demolished City 5-1. It's just sad to see that they came with confidence,
So much
with
confidence.
so much confidence, and they got absolutely destroyed.
I mean, and the thing is to think they this was after the game that they marginally. I mean, they definitely should have won the first round.
Yeah,
They definitely should have
yeah.
won the first play. Um, but I mean, they came from a game of 3-2. That's such a marginal difference. And Real Madrid scored their third one last minute. So they held them off 2-2 for 90% for majority um
Of the game.
of the game. And to then see them go from that, like, where was that team?
Yeah.
Where was that team? Where
Yeah.
was the team that played Real Madrid last time? Because it's not this.
Yeah.
It's not this.
It,
This was
it,
a pathetic performance, and quite frankly, I fear this might be the end of an era in terms of City.
I I like your statement, but I want to say um, I don't think it's the end of the era for City. I think the times have changed, where Guardiola loves to play this flashy pass around the back type style, and that is not working right
Yeah,
now. Right
yeah,
now, teams are winning by counterattacking and uh, yeah, gegenpressing.
yeah.
Gegenpressing is basically just pressing as soon as you lose a ball, relentless, don't stop, and it's very, very good. It's a German style of play. Anyway, you can watch a video about that. I'm not going to get too much into it, but the times are changing, and I think the way that Guardiola wants to play is still viable. It's still a real way of playing, but you need someone who can be quick and who can make decisions fast. And Gundogan used to be a player like that. He's aging. He's getting older. He's not someone who can run for a full 90 minutes and press like he's not like a Pedri type. He's not like a Rodri type.
Yeah.
If you look, Bernardo Silva, he is everywhere on the pitch. He's
Yeah.
getting older. But he's also not super creative. Yeah, he's everywhere on the pitch, but he's not as creative as like a De Bruyne.
No.
What I feel like City really need is like a Foden type, but a lot more um, creative. I think if
Sort of
Foden,
like a Cruz.
yeah, well,
I will
I
come to I will come to devil's advocate on that point, especially.
I think no. I want to say not like a Cruz, like someone who's quick and can create very like from nothing. Nico Gonzalez. Are you saying Nico Gonzalez is that player?
I will say this. I will say this. That's why I wanted to come and say devil's advocate. All the transfers that have happened in the winter transfer window for City have been Kusanov, Nico Gonzalez, and Marmoush. Now, my initial question was, what do you guys feel about these new players coming into? And we kind of went on a tangent talking about Real Madrid. Um, but Nico Gonzalez, I mean, and even Marmoush and even Kusanov, I think the game that they played against Real Madrid, they were the only three that cared.
Yes.
They were the only
Absolutely.
three. The new signings were the only three that cared
Absolutely.
about the Real Madrid game. Everyone else on that pitch did not care. They
No.
didn't show that they wanted to win the game.
Yeah.
Only Kusanov, only Gonzalez, and only Marmoush. And I know Kusanov had a terrible start, but he played really well this game. Nico Gonzalez with a goal because you could see his passion afterwards because this was the only one goal that they made to keep them not having a clean sheet. And then Marmoush as well playing up front when Holland wasn't there. So those three are the only ones that really care. And I feel like those three are actually good transfers
Yeah.
for the long run. Not for the short run, for the
yeah.
long run.
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted the opinion because I know you guys talking about you need players who can kind of come fast and do the pressing.
What you're saying is like these players, they do have that, but like need time.
I will
Yes.
say Marmoush is 25 years old. So how many years is that?
How
That's
many- yeah.
6-7 years. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, that's a lot, but that's one contract, two contracts,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyways, but we have to move on to other games. But I just want to mention that this was
It was pathetic.
shameful. This was
It was a
shameful.
slow
This
and
was
gruesome
pathetic.
death.
And yeah, I mean, it was just like just to watch such a great team get absolutely pissed on by, in my opinion, previously the same caliber of a
It's
team.
literally all Real Madrid.
They haven't. I don't think Real Madrid in the past, and even like in my head, the only reason why Real Madrid pissed on them isn't because Real Madrid is a better team than City.
It's 'cause
Just City wasn't there, and it was
Yeah.
pathetic. And to watch such a great team get pissed on by such a team that is, in my opinion, the same caliber of team is just what?
All right, moving on.
Talking about that actually, the Real Madrid game, the same day that Man City Newcastle was happening, Osasuna versus Real Madrid happened, and there we have a controversial win or I mean, I don't know what you want to say about this. There was a red card, and for those who don't know, Osasuna drew the game against Real Madrid 1-1, which significantly helps Barcelona because the next game Barcelona beats Vallecano to take the lead in the league.
Soon.
Yes. But there was a red card. Now I want to talk about the specific red card over here. I don't know if you saw the red card from Bellingham.
I definitely saw it, but like for the viewers, like just briefly explain it.
Yeah.
Obviously,
So
because
what really
saw it.
what exactly happened was there have been conversations between Bellingham and the referee.
The referee, yep, yeah. Then the 39th.
Well, it wasn't just the 39th minute. It was just throughout the game before the 39th minute that they were just that Bellingham and the referee were going at each other, and then the tipping point was in the 39th minute where Bellingham supposedly said
F
"f
Yeah.
off," and or he thinks he said "f off," and the referee thinks that Bellingham said "f you." According to the rule book, I didn't know this. That if you insult the referee and he takes offense of it, it's a red card. Which I don't know.
In English, there is no difference between F off and F you. You cannot say that to a referee, period. Done. Doesn't matter who you are. And what's crazy is that because of this red card, so he got a red card. The referee gave a red card to Bellingham. Because of that red card, the referee can't referee La Liga games for a week now. So he's faced punishment and for giving a player a red card, which should not be a thing, especially if because they might not be paying the referees, but they're putting pressure on referees in other ways, like not being able to play because you gave one of their players a red card. Granted, yeah, it might be controversial, but how many controversial red cards have we seen given to Barcelona that should not have been red cards? And RFEF said that afterwards there was not supposed to be a red card for that. So if you kick and scream, whatever, it doesn't. It shouldn't matter if you kick and scream. It's the referee's decision at the end of the day, especially because afterwards you literally you said that you said F off.
Well, okay. Also, weren't you saying that someone like in a press conference was like he he didn't insult him this way, he insulted him that way, so we should stop getting our panties in a bunch? That doesn't make in my head. That doesn't make any sense. Like if I call your mom fat and then I call your mom obese, that's still like me calling your mom fat. Like I should be. I'm gonna slap you if you call my mom fat. I'm gonna slap you if you call my mom obese.
But
It
what a
doesn't.
connection.
It doesn't. It doesn't matter if you articulate it better. He said "f you."
Okay, the way I see this is that obviously any insult to the referee, he has the power to give the red card because you can't do that in any game. In any game, you can't just insult the referee. Now, even the game before in the Liga, Bellingham at the throw-in line screamed "f off" to the linesman, and obviously he's been knowing that he's doing this.
He's been doing that consistently.
consistently. So
Consistently every game.
either is one of two things. Either um, the ref actually had a misunderstanding of what he said, or Bellingham is lying to us.
Man,
And-
no. Okay. Whatever Bellingham said, I don't care. He deserves a red card. F off, F you, same thing. Second thing is Hansi Flick got a red card for doing this, like disagreeing with the decision. Leva did this. I don't know what that sign is in Poland, but I think in some countries doing this is like F you or F off,
like
whatever.
the middle finger.
But at least he didn't say it.
Yeah.
Like there's no, you can't, like, yes, this can be miscommunicated a different way. Just like how if I showed you a middle finger, it could be something else in my culture. But
Yeah.
F off in all cultures is bad.
Yeah.
Like there's no question to me about
you
this.
see, I think, and also in my head, if whenever you play a sport, any sport, you understand that the referee has every power of making sure you no longer play the sport. So in my head, logistically, if I'm going to say anything to the ref, I better make it the most polite F you ever.
like
Like in my head, if I'm gonna go up to my boss, I'm gonna be like, kindly F off.
but in soccer,
But in soccer, in football, like I just can't imagine going up to the person who has control and being like, I'm gonna insult you. Like, oh, okay, do it. Red. Stupid. Like that doesn't.
Okay. my thing is, if you say, "Oh, come on, man," that's different than, "Oh, fuck off, man." I just said it.
Red
But
card.
it's
Red
just
card. Get
it's
out.
different.
Halas.
It's
You're
different.
done.
It's different, and it just you can't do that.
No.
And that's my opinion.
Yeah.
I will say this is the same referee, though, like 1 week or 2 weeks before, that didn't give Celta Vigo a penalty, didn't give Real Madrid a red card during the game. Lunin, for your to describe what happened.
He was
In
making
the
up for the
versus
mistake.
Celta Vigo, the same referee that gave Bellingham the red card, he was refereeing that game, and they were playing against Celta Vigo in the cup match, and they had to go to extra time, I believe, or something, and
it was 3-3.
Hendricks scored like
Hendrick
at the
off
final
Hendrick, yeah.
minutes, and they won the game.
Oh, that was the same referee.
Same referee, and Lunin goes down to make a save at the Celta Vigo's player's feet. The guy dribbles around him. Lunin touches his gloves to his feet, and the guy falls over. And no penalty, nothing. Even though he didn't, I guess he went for the ball. He didn't touch the ball. He touched the legs, and that is a penalty in everywhere, and that's a red card everywhere. Same referee, and then you just got him banned. He literally was helping you just last week. And anyway,
Well,
I'm about.
How long
to,
was he banned for?
but here's the
I
thing.
think a week. I think a week or 2 weeks.
I think when you
Or
when
that
you
could just be propaganda, and he's not banned at all. But
I think in my head in Polish, touching somebody's leg is an insult. You know, so
Is he Polish?
so no,
Lunin?
I'm kidding. It's
No.
a joke. I was like,
oh,
No,
he's
Lunin.
because
Ukrainian.
you can't politely say f off.
Oh, he
But
was talking
maybe
about the
you
other
can
one.
politely touch someone's
like,
leg.
Yeah.
All right,
Uh,
let's go to the.
a lot of emotions just came out of there.
But 1-1 helps Barcelona. 1-1 helps
Yeah,
Barcelona.
we'll talk about it right now. Actually, in the meantime, before you get there, Bayern versus Leverkusen 0-0. Nothing much to talk about. There was a
Good game.
boring game.
Yep.
But it was 0-0. Still, Bayern are like ahead by 8 points, 6 points, something like that. So still a lot of catching up to do. And then in France, PSG 1-0 against Toulouse, who are also racing away for the title. Next day, we had this is the February 16 game. We had Liverpool versus Wolves. Now Wolves, they tried. They tried. A 2-1 win, which takes Liverpool ahead. I will come back to Liverpool in just a second, but Liverpool looked way too strong. Mohamed Salah again scoring goals,
50-50.
and then it was really 50-50, but yeah, the expected goals was a lot more and the bigger chance. Well, a little more. But they tried. And Liverpool just came out on top. And then the next game in the Premier League was Tottenham versus Manchester United. Two teams who sit below 15.
Dude.
Two trash teams. Top six.
Top 16.
Watching Manchester United is the similar. You get the similar feeling of when you know you're going to fail a class, but you're like sort of taking it because you also don't want to drop it. Like it's just this is nuts.
I also like thinking about Manchester United. I think Eric Ten Hag was right about it not being because of the team, it being because of the players.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look at the players who did play in the Tottenham game, you have Garnacho, Højlund, Xerxes, Dalot, Fernandes, Casemiro, Maguire. Maguire didn't play well. De Ligt, Mazraoui, Onana. Now, usually Manchester United play with a really good team with good team chemistry, and Ruben Amorim had played with that kind of team at Sporting for a long time.
They would fight for that.
And bro, they beat City 4-1 playing as Sporting. Ruben Amorim comes to United and he's still struggling the same way Eric Ten Hag was struggling with Manchester United. That begs me the question: is it because of the players, or is it because of the manager? I don't think it's the manager, and the manager has come out in multiple press conferences saying the situation that Manchester United are in, and he's truthful to himself. He knows the values of the club. And that's why I think Eric Ten Hag was right, because the club didn't let Amorim get the players he wanted. I don't blame the players. I don't blame the manager. I blame the club. In the winter transfer
The
window,
Glazers.
yeah, Ineos now.
What?
Ineos
Ineos
is the owner now. Yeah, and Ineos only allowed for one transfer to go through, and that was Dorgu. Dorgu was the only transfer in the winter transfer market that Ruben Amorim could have made.
That's crazy.
And like you can see right here, Dorgu has been playing well. He's playing for the badge. He cares. Same way the new signings for City have come in through Nico
Sure.
Gonzalez, and they're playing for the badge. But the team itself, they can play together. You need players who can kind of play out like a wing back. Dorgu is a great wing back that can play up and down. Dallo doesn't do that. Dallo is always in the back. He thinks he's a right back, but he's a right wing back. He needs to go up and down. Like how Amad Diallo was doing now. Diallo, Frimpong, same thing. But Amad Diallo now is also gone, and look at their subs. Their subs are all
What
almost
happened to
all.
Diallo?
He got injured out of season.
You think Garnacho's haircut can save them?
Yeah.
I
Yes,
see like
yes, yes.
I see like haircut transformations. Of like,
So I genuinely don't think it's a Amorim problem. I don't think it's the players' problem because even all the players who left Manchester United, Anthony,
They're doing good.
they're doing really good. So it's not. I don't think it's the players. It's not the manager. It's the club, and something within the club. That's something's going wrong.
aura,
That's Mr.
They
Aura
had
himself.
unlimited aura, bro.
They have too much aura.
And yeah, I don't know. I think this was a
A
inevitable.
mid-off. It was a
game.
mid-off.
It was an inevitable game for Tottenham to win, and I wanted United to win, obviously, because I hate Tottenham. Um, but yeah, it was weird to watch, and they only made one sub, Tito
Yeah.
Obi, who actually played for Arsenal.
And he got subbed in at the 90th minute.
Oh yeah, no, that
which
makes sense.
is going
Yeah,
to affect
please,
the game a lot.
Again,
please.
this isn't Amorim's fault though. He doesn't have the players available. Look at them.
Okay, but he does have a lot of players on the bench.
No, who are all they?
Yeah, true.
They're all academy.
That's the same of like salting cooked chicken. Like it's not gonna taste. Any
It's
better.
all academy players.
It doesn't.
And look at their bench, and they
City-
still made more subs.
Yeah, City. I mean, United makes no sense. Why sub someone in for the 90th minute?
No, for real.
Like one person. I mean, if you're gonna sub 11 players, sure. Obviously, they can't do that. But
Yeah, it was just frustrating to watch. And United, they are a relegation team now. They are a relegation battle team that they need to face.
That's crazy.
What?
That you said that. Yeah, I mean.
No,
you're
no.
right, you're
Am
right.
I wrong though?
No, you're right. You're right. You're right.
I'm
No,
not-
I just find that crazy.
It is, and then like it will be really funny if Liverpool won the league this year. United get relegated, and when United are getting relegated, Liverpool lift their 20th league title, the same as United, to become the best club in England.
they need
That's
the
crazy.
hot prod
You want
of.
that to happen, or you want
I don't.
Arsenal
I want Arsenal to win. Well, right now every United fan is playing for Arsenal to win because they don't want that to happen. So
They need the hot prod of professional failure on their backs in order for them to. in order for them to make a comeback.
But yeah, that was that game in the Premier League. Moving on to Italy, some really good games here. We have Como versus Fiorentina. Como actually wins.
Yeah, Como is actually doing crazy.
One
things.
player I want to highlight here is Nico Paz, who went from Real Madrid. He actually scored that game as well, and this is something I
Give
do
some
like.
lore about Como.
Yeah, I was.
I actually don't know much about Como.
So
That's
Como came up from lower divisions in Italy and basically just rebuilt their team to come up from those lower leagues and beat a team like Fiorentina is actually a crazy story, kind of like Nottingham Forest, except I don't think they're up there in the table.
No, they're played
not,
very
but-
down.
But
13th.
13th.
That's not bad.
Which is around the same place as Nottingham Forest last season
when they
came up from the
Yeah.
Premier League. So just looking at that and seeing that Como wonder story, wonder run is I love seeing that. I love seeing that story. I love seeing all of that.
It's beautiful for any club. Beautiful for any club. Nico Pass in particular, I will say, Real Madrid does know how to do good business when it comes to building players, and then they always loan the players out and give them time.
Yeah.
I'll come back to that point in just a second, but then they bring them back, like someone like Dani Ceballos, who went to Arsenal, came back, and now the team
Cooked.
is they're cooking, right? They're
Yeah.
doing what they need to do. Nico Pass is one of those players. Uh, with that being said, Real Madrid do want to, or not, sorry, Endrick and Arda Güler do want to. Um,
Take a loan out.
no, they want to leave Real Madrid.
Yeah.
They want to leave Real Madrid because they're not getting any
Alright.
game time at all. Um, he's moving out real quick, but they're not getting enough game time.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm not. I'm not surprised. I
Want to edit
think-
that after?
No, I'm not editing that.
Yeah, no,
That's- But I'm not surprised. Endrick and Arda Güler, they're not playing much game time. I think if he signed for Real Madrid, he would have had more game time because almost always injured.
You mean Barcelona?
Um,
You just said Real Madrid.
oh.
What are you doing?
No,
If Arda Güler moved or signed with Barcelona, that snake, that absolute snake, then we would have been fine. But he didn't, so he can screw himself and not play ever again.
Yeah. So that was something in Italy that happened. Como 2-0 win, and then obviously the Arda Güler and Endrick story. I think they should leave to get more minutes because especially Endrick, he wants to find his place in Brazil as well. So he needs to get game time and prove himself that he wants to play. Same.
He does well whenever he comes on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a great sub for Mbappe. It's just that he doesn't get enough game time as Mbappe. Same day, same league. Juventus 1-0 win against Inter, which was a huge win because that bumps them up a lot. And now they're fourth. They have been sitting in sixth and seventh for a while. Juventus, and now now they're up in fourth. Inter are still second, and that actually stopped Inter from going ahead of Napoli. So
Napoli, good stuff.
now, Napoli last season they were 10th, and then before that they won the league. So it's a weird thing that they're going on over there. That was Italy. Then the next day was the Monday, which we had the Barca game.
Yes.
That
The trash Barcelona.
that was
yeah, I'll have you talk about that game here.
that was far from good.
Mehdi actually watched all of it. I couldn't because we had a meeting, a emerging leaders meeting. But yeah, yeah.
What were your thoughts? Because you watched the game.
That was worse or the equivalent of watching paint dry. That went so poorly that I wanted to watch paint dry. I can't imagine like this. It was just it wasn't even sad. It was like we
Yeah.
got lucky. I mean, like, we got lucky. We got lucky, and like
It shouldn't have been that way.
no, it shouldn't have been that way.
I-
The Royal Vallecano had chance after chance after chance, and they just misfolded. They were cooking, but they made a pretty bland omelet. But Barca put some salt on it. Like it was sad.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about it real quick. Lewandowski, the only goal in the game was a penalty.
Yep.
Good pen, good job. Yeah, it was a penalty. And then Real Vallecano, they score
Yeah.
very close to the end.
Yeah.
But it was ruled as offside. Yes, it was
Because
offside.
It wasn't
Right.
offside.
Right.
It wasn't by the rule of offside, but it was
An offside player interfered with the play,
with the play. Yep.
which is crazy to me. You know that game Manchester City versus Manchester United last year, I think, where Rashford was running onto the ball. He was offside, and Bruno Fernandes hits it in. So technically, it wasn't offside. But yes, that was offside because he was interfering with play. I mean, yeah, he didn't touch the ball, but he was still interfering with play. Just like, anyway,
No, it's true.
It's a vague
it's
definition.
it's a vague
Interfering
definition.
with play, yes. In this case, he was, and that's why he was offside. But in the
It,
United goal, was it really?
it was just.
I feel like it was, but
It was bad. It was bad. I was watching them just. I was crying. It was like
yeah, it
I
was
was.
hard to watch.
I expected more.
I literally text him like the day before, and I'm like, it's gonna be 5-1. It's gonna be 5-1. We had one week and a half of rest, and so we're gonna absolutely fry these fools. And I was like, Rafinha's gonna score 2, Leva's gonna score 2, and then I said, Fermin was gonna score 1, but I didn't because I didn't realize Fermin couldn't play this game.
I want to talk about like I'm, he's 17. I can't really say he's much better than I would get cooked, but Lamin's. I had this conversation with my dad. You know, I get it. They didn't They didn't give him space. They didn't give him a lot of space. But since when have you watched Lamine be Lamine and any player give him space? Never. No team gives him space. And he cooks anyways. And this time it was
No.
I'm sorry, but this was not his best game.
Right. That has been his story recently because um
Low power mode is
because
crazy.
yeah, he needs to go get his charger. But that has been the story recently. Um but it's not because he's not playing well. Like yeah, he's playing like decent, like whatever. But he used to be playing like crazy.
Yeah.
Like he used to assist
Yeah.
almost every game, make these amazing
He
passes, score. Well, not really because his finishing needs to get a lot better. But he's still 17. He needs to learn a lot, and that's something that I think is really the problem. Is he needs to learn. He needs to learn. Uh, yeah, he gives a lot of importance to this Barcelona
Yeah.
team. If
Yeah,
we didn't
yeah.
have him, it would be a different team. I wanna highlight Pedri real quick.
Cool.
Such a good midfielder, so good. Um, um,
Better than Bellingham.
yeah. Well, two different players. They're two very different players. Pedri, people are like, I see all these edits. Like, why is Pedri not assisting? Whatever. Look at the stats. He's not assisting. He's got like 3 assists. And then during this game, actually, he made like 3 passes to Rafinha through the line, breaks the whole defense down, dribbles past everyone, and Rafinha just hits it straight at the goalkeeper. And you're like, that's why he's not assisting
You know,
because, yeah.
I heard Pedri actually said "f off." You know,
But now you're proving their point. You're proving Real Madrid's point.
No, he didn't say F off.
no. Bellingham said "f
He doesn't speak.
Oh,
He doesn't
you say he
speak.
didn't?
He does. Pedri does not speak English.
Yeah.
So
My
if he
bad.
said
I
F
thought
off,
he said he did.
it was a joke. Mehdi is joking.
A jokester.
No, if a Barcelona player said anything along those lines, they'd be like
Cook.
sent off.
Yeah, they'd
Just
be-
like Real Madrid because it's deserved.
Yeah.
Chesney masterclass.
Beautiful.
The Barcelona scored, and then right after Rayo Vallecano come back, and they are so close to scoring.
Yeah, multiple times.
Yeah, multiple times. But this one specifically was crazy.
Chesney, we brought him back from. We called him up from the beach, and he was like, "Bro, we need you." And he was like,
Yeah,
it.
and
I
so
got you.
very vital win from Barcelona. Atletico Madrid also tied. So let's take a look at that table. The table, we come from third, and we're back into first. I think in the span of a month or something like that, we go from third to first, and get rid of a 7 point deficit. So title race is back on. Let's win La Liga. Let's win the Champions League. Let's do it. Visca Barca.
Um, all right, the next game, next couple of games we have is. Oh, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah,
It's a good game.
we had the Champions League. Now, yeah, we can talk about that game. Milan versus Feyenoord. Now, a big turn of events, and I'm gonna put my phone for this one because I've seen something on Instagram about Feyenoord's fairy tale story here. Let me pull that up real quick. But it's about the series of events that happened.
Yeah, yeah,
I think I sent this to you, right? Did I
Yeah,
send
I
this to
think
you?
so.
Again, I know exactly what they're talking about, but like you guys probably don't.
I will. Yeah, I will.
All right,
I will
Mehdi.
explain in just a second. I'm trying to find.
Those are the things that you said.
Did I send it to you?
I think so. For sure.
Oh, was it this one? No, no, I
Brief
didn't.
intermission as
Do you know what it was about?
Yeah, it was. It was by CBS though. I know what it was about. Um, where is it? There, here it is. No, is it not this one? No.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah.
Hold up.
Okay,
Brief intermission.
I don't want to get it wrong.
Brief
All right, I'll
intermission
start
as
talking about the game while you find
Yeah.
that. 2 red cards this game. I don't know exactly what happened in the second one, but the first one, Lucas Hernandez pulls someone to the ground, first yellow card, and then he gets into the box, trips over, falls actually, doesn't actually get tripped over. He just dives in the penalty box to get a penalty.
Yep.
That's another yellow card.
Ouch.
Done, sent off. Red card, 2 yellows. I want to make a comment on Santiago. Actually, he's gonna pull that up. But Jimenez
Died
came
on the
from
field.
Feyenoord to score against his former team. Um, you'll see. He'll probably
he
talk about
celebrate?
it. Probably not.
No.
No. But
Okay.
very, very, very crazy game.
I can't find it. I don't know why.
Soumil has recently given up.
Yeah, for real.
No, I can't
Didn't
find it.
Feyenoord sack their manager?
Okay, there you go. I was gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
So basically, I was trying to find the post I couldn't find. But what basically happened was Feyenoord gets drawn to Milan. And they had Santi Jimenez who played for Feyenoord beforehand, and then he actually gets sold to Milan. Now they face the first leg, and Milan actually lose the first leg to Feyenoord. Before that game, they actually sack their manager. I don't remember who he was, but they sacked the manager. They get a new manager. They have Santi Jimenez on the other side, and then they come back for the second leg and absolutely cook against. And then Santi Jimenez scores against his former club, but still it was not enough to get through. And so that's an unfortunate story. He went for the bigger club and got knocked out. Yeah, and got
He left to Barcelona, and then Inter Milan won the Champions League.
yeah, and they got knocked out. And I was there like, wow,
why'd you
what's
leave?
going? Why'd you leave?
Yeah.
Well, I get why, but you know.
And then
So-
yeah, go on.
I didn't understand much of that. So they
Santi Jimenez.
the manager
So
got sacked.
let me
Went the manager went to Milan and then
no.
okay.
So Milan get drawn to Feyenoord.
Okay.
Now after they get drawn to Feyenoord, Santi Jimenez leaves Feyenoord and goes to Milan
Okay.
as
Striker
the
for
striker.
Milan.
The striker for Milan, Jimenez. He used to play for Feyenoord, and he transferred from Feyenoord
Okay.
to Milan. Now they then played the first leg, which Feyenoord did they win the first leg? Feyenoord?
Feyenoord, I think they won. I think it was 1-0. Yeah, it was 1-0.
1-0. Was that before or after they sacked their manager?
That was before they sacked him.
So then, yeah, Feyenoord sacked their manager.
Got rid of him.
They got rid of him.
Yeah, I know what's.
They get a new they get a new manager, and then they play again in the second leg. Santi Jimenez scores the equalizer, the guy who played for the
Okay.
former club,
Okay.
and then Feyenoord score again 2-1 to knock out Jimenez, even after
What a
sacking.
Bot.
Even after sacking their old manager.
What a bot.
So yes, what a bot. He left and got knocked out.
And I will say, João Felix just joined Milan to get kicked out of the Champions League. Granted, he wasn't playing in any other team, but Milan actually beat us when we went to go watch that game. Mehdi. We watched the Barcelona game.
Oh, that's the Milan team that we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we
Cooked.
lost to them.
This is a more specific question to you. João Felix. Now, I heard from Italian media that they want to keep João Felix and either offload or sell Rafael Leao and Theo Hernandez just to keep João Felix. What do you think?
Come here.
No.
Come here, Leao. Leao can come here.
What? Instead of Rafinha?
No, Rafinha's gonna be our cam.
Oh.
Dude, he was cooking under Chavi.
Dude.
He was cooking under.
So
Xavi.
then no Gavi?
Gavi is not a cam. I'm sorry. This.
Okay, that's true.
Okay, this is a very hot topic because I did not want to talk about this game or now, but I will. This is a very hot topic. Gavi's not a cam. He should not be playing center attacking midfielder. If you watch the Rayo Vallecano game, Olmo comes in, changes the game because Olmo's a cam. He's a direct player who can play center attacking midfielder. Gavi is not a DM or a center attacking midfielder. He does not play in a flex system. If you watch it, they play more of a 4-3-3 when Gavi is playing. Yes, there is two center defensive midfielders when defending, but when attacking, it's much more of a 4-3-3 where Pedri and or De Jong plays that DM, that sole DM spot, and DM meaning defensive midfielder plays that defensive midfielder spot, and then Gavi shifts right or left depending on who drops deep to receive the ball. So Gavi, he's a great player. He gives everything for
Yeah,
the
he will
badge.
die for the ball.
Yes. I feel like he could play better in the left midfielder position. But I think we need a true center attack midfielder who can create. But I love Gavi on that pitch. He gives us something different. So I don't know what Flick wants to do about that,
I mean,
but that's just my
imagine
opinion.
Rejecting a
But give us
princess
Leao. We'll take Leao.
for the ball, dude.
I mean, João Felix has been playing better since he's gone to Milan. Better than Leao and Hernandez. And again, Hernandez, we can say because he dove for simulation and got red card, which is double yellow. And deserved, absolutely deserved. And he also put apology out there.
Was it another eye foul?
So no,
It
he
wasn't an eye foul. Yeah, I guess so.
he
Was it
he
an
dove.
eye foul?
But he dove.
Oh,
and it
eye
was,
foul.
It
Eye
was,
foul?
It was an eye foul, but it wasn't an actual foul, so it was just an eye.
This is an eye.
The eye.
It wasn't a foul.
New,
no, it was an eye
new
foul.
and improved eye foul. Just
But yeah, I don't know. I
the
think
foul comes separately.
I like João Felix. I like João Felix. He's been playing better than Leao and Hernandez so far. So it might change over the course of time, but I think it's safe to say that he's doing better. Atalanta versus Club Brugge. Again, this is the same situation with Man City and Madrid. Club Brugge just looked like the way better team.
Club Brugge was crazy, bro.
They took the game seriously.
Barca, La Masia, graduate, knocking out Atalanta.
Yeah, Atalanta are a defensive team. We know this, and you guys struggled against Atalanta as well. They did not. They did not struggle against Atalanta. But that's only because Atalanta did not play the way they should have. Like the whole City situation. When I was watching the game, yes, the midfield was really good, defense non-existent, attack non-existent, and you need all three to coexist to make a good game,
Yeah.
good scoring game.
Yeah.
Um, so I feel a little bad for Atalanta. Obviously, it was like kind of like the day off. Quadrado, he tried his best. A lot de Rune, Zappacosta, these guys, they know how to play. They have experience. Um, Again, Yashari, Van Aken, Jutka, like you said, they took their chances. They played the way they should. Mignolet
Go to stats.
Mignolet saved the penalty, I think.
Yep.
So we can actually, let's go to the stats.
Yeah, Mignolet played very good.
Well, you just look at it, bro.
Yeah.
Look at if you're looking at the shot map, and everything was for Atalanta.
Yeah.
And I'm
30
surprised.
shots.
I'm surprised they didn't make anything happen out of it.
Look! I'm telling you, clinicality
Oh, this
is
is
so important.
Atalanta in the box.
Yeah,
If
Atalanta.
you
Oh
look,
my god.
there's 11 shots on target and a 1 goal. One clinicality. Where is it?
Not there.
Shots on target. 4 for Club Brugge. 3 goals. That means they scored 75% of the shots on target they had, which is insane, which is crazy. And you see that with the smaller teams is they have chances, but they take those chances. And you definitely see that with the bigger teams is that they have so many shots, but they can't finish.
Well,
They
you know,
can't finish.
on that point, it's sort of like they're a small team, so it's expected that they're not gonna play well because they're not well known. So to an extent, they play as if their only option is to score every chance that they get. With bigger teams, it's like if they don't score, you know,
It'll come again.
they're still big. They're still big. They're good. Because they're big teams for a reason. So there's more of an excuse to miss, maybe 2 or 3, maybe not 10. Maybe that's not
No,
much
but
of an
like
excuse
all
for
of the
Atalanta.
stats
But
were for Atalanta.
to an extent, it's sort of like Club Brugge. There was their only option, and they had no other option but to score
Yeah.
because there's no way they would have won the game unless they were just the better team at scoring, not the better team overall, just the better team at scoring.
Club Brugge had the upper hand in the first leg because they won the first leg.
Yeah,
Now coming
2-1.
into the second leg, they were like because it was at home for Atalanta.
Yeah.
At that point, it's already like against your favor when you're playing away,
Yeah.
right? And the players that they have are significantly out of respect worse than Atalanta's team. They're playing a bigger league than Club Brugge do.
Yeah.
But Club Brugge were like, nah, f you, bro.
Yeah, that
We
Belgian
will
league go crazy.
we will defend our hearts out, and that's what they did.
Yeah.
Everything in the box did not go through.
I want to talk
Except
about
for
a
one.
game that really surprised me is that 1-1 against Bayern Munich and Celtic with a 3-2 aggregate winner at the 90+4 from Davies. Crazy. Do I think Bayern Munich can beat their next team? I don't know. It's going to be a bigger team.
Celtic were cooking. I saw this game.
Yes, Celtic played very well. But does that mean bad things for Bayern Munich? We'll see. We'll see.
As in, like, whether they can handle the bigger team.
I think they can. Is the only reason I don't say I say that in context of this game is because second leg, Celtic are down. Or Celtic were drawn, right? No, Celtic were down.
They were drawn.
No,
No, it was 2-2.
Yeah,
two, 2-1.
No,
it was
2-1, 2-1.
2-1.
But then they scored at the 63rd minute, so it was 2-2.
Right, but the first leg Bayern Munich won.
Yes.
So it's more incentive for Celtic to go hard and play
Yeah.
their natural game, which they did. But unfortunately,
90+4.
90+4 Davies comes on and he actually signed a new contract for
Yes.
Bayern. So not a bad start for him. For
Yeah,
sure.
but also, I mean, a 2-1 isn't a comfortable lead. I mean,
Yeah.
you'd expect
Them
to be like, pooping their pants, keeping it,
You can say whatever you want.
shitting their pants.
Yeah. And then we get to the game Benfica Monaco. Monaco goes out. Benfica goes through. 3-3, very big game
Monaco had
for
a chance.
Benfica. Yeah, Monaco had a really big chance. They screw it up in the 84th minute. They were leading 3-2. So that was 3-3 on aggregate until the 84th minute, which was 3 minutes. It took 3 minutes to win the game, Benfica, and they won. They won 1-0 Benfica in Monaco, which puts Monaco in a tough spot, 3-3. Not really much to say about that scoreline. Do you want to talk about how they play?
Yeah, I mean, Monaco definitely were the stronger side. They had their chances taken. Although they were down the leg before, they needed to step up, and they did. Obviously, you can see, or we can see. I don't know if it will come out on video, but 60% possession for Monaco, total shots of 15, and also a similar expected goal difference, XG, sorry, 1.92 for Benfica, 1.26. Um, all of the shots that were taken by Monaco were kind of spread out, and that tells you already that they tried every angle that they could.
Yeah.
And they dominated that angle as well. Benfica only in that small little area box there too. So even when looking at the game, just the way Monaco handled it, they were also missing a few players. Zakaria was missing, their captain. Um, but yeah, the way Monaco played that a chance. They actually didn't mess up in the first goal. Singo, 17, number 17, he actually let the ball go through and had uh, Kokchu and Atar Koglu in there. So he ended up scoring the first goal. But Monaco, they did come back and they fight. They fought Minamino from Liverpool and Embolo from Basel.
Yep, they had it. They had a chance.
They had a
They
chance.
really big chance. Let's talk about the next games.
Then we come to the Wednesday games, which is yesterday. And I sat down. I saw a lot of these because it was a snow day over here.
We're not going to really talk about the Dortmund Sporting game.
Nothing happened.
Nothing really happened. Dortmund went through 3-0. They are not. I want to talk about Dortmund aren't doing great in their respective league, but it's nothing too important to talk about. But let's talk about that PSG Brest game.
What?
7-0 PSG.
Douche? Oh, I thought that.
Yeah, for context and for his context as well, we saw I saw the PSG game. It was 3-0 for PSG in the first leg, which is considerably, not that bad when it comes to Brest. I love Brest, but I'm sorry.
too.
I'm sorry.
Me too.
Yeah. But 7-0 PSG. It's like they were on a mission. It's like
Dude.
bro. It's seven
Against
different goal scorers
Yeah.
that scored in the PSG Brest game, and it was just like I felt bad. It was just like another slow
Not
death.
getting a goal or an assist. Just want to point that out to anyone who said Dembele was good.
Dembele is good, bro.
Get out. Red card.
Bro, I just don't want to face them in the Champions League. Whatever you want to say about that, I don't want to play against them. Barcelona, please don't draw PSG in the game. This might come back to bite me. We're gonna react to it tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
They're drawing at 6 a.m., but we're gonna do it later. So don't watch that.
Don't watch any.
Kvaratskhelia cooked.
Yeah, so he was man of the match in my eyes. He completed the most dribbles in the game and completed or had the most duels that he won in the match, as well as an assist and a goal. To me, my man of the match. He played like an absolute winger. And
Mine
now,
too. I mean,
who do you guys want?
Can you
PSG?
say that name, Mehdi?
Kavica? Kvaratskhelia. Khalas.
No, no.
Say how it's pronounced.
So say with me, okay? Kvicha,
Kvicha,
Kvara,
Kvara,
Scalia.
Scalia.
There you go. Kvicha,
Kvicha,
Kvara, Scalia.
Kvaratskhelia.
Kvara, Scalia.
Yeah, there you go. Let's go. Yeah.
Kvicha,
Kvara,
Kvaratskhelia.
Scalia. Okay. Kvicha, Kvara, Scalia.
He's a
Yeah,
white
no, no.
dude. I don't like
No,
whatever.
I'm actually Swiss, so I know. I'm
You
kidding.
need to shut up.
All right. Well, yeah, PSG absolutely dominated 7-0 win against Brest. I love to have seen Brest go through, but 10-0.
And me
We didn't
too.
predict that either. So
No, 10-0 was
dude, we made predictions
we did make predictions.
on the unreleased podcast.
Well, we can make predictions tomorrow.
Was it unreleased or was it on? I
I
don't
think
know.
that was unreleased one. Well, they can't go back and watch it because
Ah,
It's unreleased,
No.
so
yeah.
it doesn't matter.
And then my favorite game of the day before we talk about the Liverpool game was PSV Eindhoven versus Juventus. Both teams in total have 5 Americans in this, so Juventus have 2 Americans, PSV Eindhoven have 3, but 4. But PSV Eindhoven didn't play 3 of their Americans because they were all injured. This game went to extra time. It was a 3-3 in the extra time. PSV Eindhoven get 3 goals to Juventus 1. That that really, like, it was just disappointing. It was disappointing for Juventus because they were the bigger team, they were the better team. They didn't play with passion, and that's something that some team like Arsenal don't look at, some team at Manchester City don't look at, is to play with passion.
I'm so happy that PSV won that game.
I'm so happy. I saw that game, and it went to for a tap in at the end from Flamengo. He really took the game away from Juventus,
Flamengo?
and
Some would say he crane kicked it. That was stupid.
Yeah, that was
No, editing you.
That was bad.
Edit that out,
That
bro.
was
Edit
just
that out. Edit that out.
But now I'm happy because the 2 teams that we face Arsenal is either PSV Eindhoven or Feyenoord.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm
I
happy.
thought you were scared of the.
I was a little bit scared of PSV because
According-
of this. Because of this, exactly why I was scared of PSV.
to play off your whatever that was. According to the aggregate, I would say they were kind of on their last leg.
It was better than Youssef's. I will say that.
Dude, you're not funny,
Bro, you're not either.
At least I'm attractive.
But yeah, we now face. I want to face Feyenoord.
You're hot too, bro. Don't worry.
I don't like sitting in the middle. I'm sorry. This is
Let's keep going.
brother tension. Right? Okay. Anyway, I would like to face Feyenoord instead of PSV. PSV are. Why are y'all dying, bro? I'm trying to. Okay. I would like to face Feyenoord, not PSV. Who do you guys want? Benfica or?
What? Oh, I want Benfica. We beat Benfica.
Yeah, yeah.
You guys don't want PSG?
PSG just clapped some Brest team 7.
But you're not Brest.
Yeah, but well, we played against Brest and we beat them like 3-0. Oh, press the button.
Press it again. There you go.
Word. My bad.
So yeah,
I'm a
they
boomer.
won Benfica, which I think they should have taken PSG, but okay. And I want Feyenoord. The last game that I want to talk about, which benefits me because I like to talk about this, a 2-2 draw against, or Liverpool against Aston Villa.
Very sad.
Aston Villa were winning until the 60th minute. I had hope for
wish they
60
did.
minutes,
I wish they did.
and I wish they just. What, you wish they didn't win?
I wish they won. I wish Aston Villa won.
Yeah, I wish Aston Villa won, and they
Fuck
had
Liverpool.
chances. They had chances after chances, even at the end. Yeah.
I was so okay.
What?
Like for the half, for a large majority of this
We said
episode,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, maybe I shouldn't swear, and then Youssef, fuck Liverpool.
Fuck Liverpool. Anyway, yeah, 60 minutes they had the lead, and then even after the 60 minutes, bunch of chances that Watkins and Asensio and Rashford, they all had these chances. Yeah, Matty Cash as well. He comes in and he has brilliant shots coming in, and I just wished that this went Aston Villa's way because that brings us a little closer to winning the title. I will take the drop 2 points.
Dreams, bro.
I will take the 2 drop points.
Hey, you're kind of delulu right now.
Wait, hold on. How am I Delulu? We are just
Yeah, I
8
guess
points.
not,
No, no,
I
no,
guess
no.
not.
We're 8 points behind. If they had won the game, we would have been
Who's
12,
8 points behind and they have a game in hand?
and we have a game
You
in
have a
hand.
game in hand.
So then, if we win the next game, which is against
So
West
that'd
Ham,
be,
You're only
what,
5 points.
5.
5 points.
Yeah,
Yeah. So it's very realistic,
Yeah.
and they still have to play us, Liverpool.
yeah.
But you guys gotta win. Yeah. And Liverpool's next game is Manchester City,
And yeah,
which they're gonna get absolutely
well,
clapped.
yeah.
Clapped, dude. Man City is gonna like die.
bro, City look worse than Villa right now.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
they're getting fucked.
the City have
Yeah.
to get Champions League football this season. If they don't, then that's a loss from them.
How long
And
is it gonna
do you
stay
think-
humble?
Do you think Guardiola is gonna?
He signed a new contract.
He signed a new
He
contract?
signed till-
When? Recently?
Before the winter market. Yeah,
Really?
he signed.
Wow,
He
dude.
signed midway, like I think 5 games into his like losing streak.
So he's not gonna get sacked.
So he's not gonna get sacked unless they
Like,
do
do
tell
something
him.
crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Well,
that has been all the games that we wanted to cover. Unless you guys want to cover anything that I don't know about.
No.
There
Dude,
was
I'm
the
the
Inter
wrong
Miami game
person.
against Kansas in the CONCACAF
Dude,
Champions
yeah,
Cup.
Yeah, it was like below freezing. Or something.
Yeah, it was Messi can play in 38 degrees plus and in negative 15 degrees Celsius.
dude, he's a goat.
So he's my
the
goat.
goat.
He's the
My
goat.
He's the goat.
Ronaldo's the greatest goal
This
scorer.
is why we have his name.
Yeah.
On the Ronaldo's a good player too. But
Ronaldo's a good player, but Messi is the goat.
Messi's the goat.
And if
I
you
think it was the Moss Plus. Sponsor us.
Yeah, sponsor us.
Sponsor us.
Moss Plus.
Moss Plus,
shit.
please
We're
sponsor.
here. We don't got any other sponsors, so like.
Actually, yeah, we're pretty open.
Yeah,
We would love,
Prime will accept you too.
yeah, like Gatorade, man. Like
We're open.
we're very limited spots, so
sponsor. Yeah,
keep it
do it. Make it quick.
make
our
it quick.
offers
Yeah, make it quick.
Yeah.
We're very picky
We're
right
open.
now.
We're open.
We're very picky.
We're open.
With a load and loads of bags that we got to count through in terms of sponsors.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to everyone who's watching this right now. I
But
apologize.
he's
Um,
He
weird.
just doesn't want
He's
the
the
money.
Lulu.
right,
Don't
well,
listen.
all right, well,
With you guys today. We've been talking for an hour, so we'll let you go if
Yeah.
you're still around. I don't even know if you guys listen to all of
I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Anything else you guys want to say?
Yeah. Fuck off.
I said fuck you.
Take care and peace.